Hello and welcome to My Mom's Basement, presented by Barstool Sports, and a very special breaking news edition of My Mom's Basement, along with Nate, who hasn't been on the show in a while, but you may recall, I think it was during quarantine, we did 2 episodes solely focused on Oasis.
Yeah.
First, we just did an episode based on our Oasis fandom, how much we love the band, how much we want the band to come back. Then we did one on Definitely Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know if it was an anniversary back then or what.
Well, yeah, because this year is 25, so it was 20th.
Must have been, was
right?
it 5 years? No, it wasn't 5 years ago.
Maybe we just did it.
We did it for the 17th anniversary or something.
We might have just done it for the love of the game.
But it is for the love of the game. Basically, we did those episodes just because we love Oasis so much. We wanted a place to talk about it, maybe find more Oasis fans. And I said breaking news edition of the podcast because as of this recording, August 26th, 2024, 11:13 a.m., it certainly appears that Oasis is back. It's crazy.
It's a long time coming, Bob.
It's a long time. And like I say that, it feels like they're back. It's not even necessarily confirmed.
No, stop. Don't be that guy. No.
I'm just saying, like...
I was just telling you, nothing's making me more mad than the people, like you sent me, what if it's just an NFT? What if it's just a...
I know, people are saying, what if it's a re-release of What's the Story?
No, I hate those people. Like...
Liam and Noel tweeting it with the rumors, with everything, the Oasis account tweeting it. I think they would have come out and been like, "Hey, this isn't what you think it is if it's not a reunion."
The rumors have been so heavy over the last 3 months, and the first time we heard about maybe 10 nights Wembley, 10 nights Manchester was like 3 months ago, maybe longer.
I'm telling you, I heard
a year
from
ago?
someone I know that worked in the music industry, no longer works in the music industry. I swear to God, he told me like last summer.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. They're booking Wembley. It's going to be like a residency thing at Wembley. I don't know when it's going to happen. I swear he might have mentioned 2025. I'm so curious to know how long this has been in the works. People are already bringing up the Liam lyric where they're like, 16 years ago, it was you and I for the last time. And they're like, will it have been? It will have been 16 years. Like, did he know that back then and that was a little tease? Or was that, like, how did that work?
Oasis fans are going full Swiftie with all these codes and clues.
Well, at the time, it was like 16 years. We were all like, that math doesn't line up at all. It will have been 16 years. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling of seeing the graphic last night, I'm curious if we had... You were way more bouncing off the walls than I was. I think I don't get as outwardly excited as you do, but I've also seen them twice already. I've
never seen them.
I saw them at Merriweather Post Pavilion in Columbia, Maryland. Jet opened. Great band.
Sounds awesome.
And that was 2006. And then I saw them in London in 2000... What would that have been? 2008, 2009. So I've seen them twice. And your fandom's so funny to me because you're exactly how I was during those times. Obsessed.
Yep.
I was scouring the forums, the Oasis iNet, and all the forums for every leak, every bootleg, everything. The hysteria. There's going to be something deep. So Stop the Clocks, the song, was this like mythical song that Noel always said was like the greatest song ever written, as he does. And there was like one bootleg that this guy on the message board like tracked down, and it was like this whole crazy thing. And like I was refreshing message boards for 12 hours a day for, months and months and months.
Basically what I was doing with the Reddit yesterday.
Buying bootleg DVDs, and they would come in the mail, but they only worked in the UK DVD player.
The region blocker.
So, I was as obsessed with them at your current age as you are now, and I'm getting to like watch it all over again. It's exciting for me. And plus, it's our favorite band. Like, they're fucking back.
And it's weird for me too because like I got into them after they broke up.
Yeah.
So like I felt like I missed out. Like my fandom is just living in the past. At least
crazy.
like you said, you got to like anticipate albums, and albums would come out and you'd be like, oh sweet, I bought the new Oasis album today. I'm listening to new music. I've just been digging back. The only new Oasis music I've ever heard is that demo "Don't Stop," which was pretty good. I liked
2020, right? They just
dropped it during the pandemic or whatever. But like, this is such a foreign concept to me that the idea that this gold 8/27/24 thing is a re-release of What's the Story seems like a more viable option than the reunion, even though I know it's the reunion at this point. It just seems like at 3 a.m. tonight, are we going to see a picture of Noel and Liam together?
We never stop believing. We have
never
been heavy believers.
Never.
And not even as shtick. I always thought Liam has become way more chill and normal and hilarious.
And his voice came back.
Yeah, and they've done their solo things. Noel is always has loved Liam, has that soft spot. And it's just the divorce
is a big thing.
I didn't want to say it.
Listen, I feel comfortable saying it at this point. I felt weird, I think I might have blogged it back then or tweeted about it, and I was like, listen, I don't want to celebrate a divorce here, but keep your eye on this because this was a big obstacle.
Look, if your band has broken up, your favorite band has broken up, all you need is a tragic thing to happen in one of their lives. Happened to Blink.
Yep.
Now it's happening to Oasis.
Guns N' Roses got back together based on a divorce.
Yep.
Blink obviously got back together because of two tragic things. Travis almost died, then Mark almost died. But also, guess who got a divorce in that time? Tom. Also, Oasis now, the divorce. I don't know. The divorce could be
Dude, I'm very pro-divorce.
This could be a movie we write, too, where it's we tried to sabotage Noel's marriage to get Oasis back together. A movie about two, Manx.
Dude, it's
awesome.
Inception, but, they incepted him to get divorced, so they get the band
They
back
had to
together.
find the root of the issue. Yeah, and listen, I'm seriously, I'm not, trying to say Noel's wife was the reason this wasn't happening. I'm just saying, from the moment that divorce happened, it certainly seems like things started to ramp up. Things started to get more real. Maybe it was just hey, I need more money now.
I mean, they do say it was 20 million pounds, that he lost in the divorce. So,
but they were saying the offers for this were so crazy. They were saying he turned down 100 million not too long ago. This has to be double that, 200 million.
Yeah.
Because they're saying, so the rumor now is the Wembley Stadium and Manchester Stadium. The dates are all over the place. Some people are saying 3 at one, 6 at another, 10 at each, 5 at each.
I keep seeing the 10.
I hope it's the 10. I think they could easily do 10 at each.
They could do. I mean, if Michael Jackson was going to do 50,
he was going to do 50 at one arena.
At the arena, though, too.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
that was the This Is It.
Yes.
Yeah, I see. I think they could do it. Glastonbury seems like it's happening. Yeah. Someone told me Coachella and a full U.S. tour is also happening. It wouldn't shock me, but I don't know.
I don't need them to do Coachella. Influencer fucking nonsense.
That is,
I don't need
it
that.
has become a tough.
I texted you. I would love
Blink's
to
comeback show there was cool.
I would love to see them do also Blink at Reading. I sent you the full video. Yeah. That crowd was insane.
I gotta watch the Liam at Reading too. I saw only one video, but the crowd seemed pretty sweet for him too.
I haven't seen a full video come out of that.
Yeah.
If you see it, let me know. But I would love to see. I'm assuming it's not even fantasy booking. It's if they do United States, they can do MetLife for New York City. You do SoFi LA, and then maybe you do Soldier Field Chicago, and then arenas.
Dude, I would like to think that they can, but I don't know if they could do 80,000
at MetLife. You're saying?
Yeah,
I think so. One New York City. I mean, they could obviously.
I would hope so, but I just don't know.
But also, this is how I see it.
I think Citi Field is more likely.
Is this crazy? If Olivia Rodrigo can do 5 nights at MSG, they can do 1 night at MetLife.
I don't know. Olivia Rodrigo is so much bigger in America. Even tweeting the stuff about the reunion last night, it was the biggest story I could imagine in my lifetime. It's a remember where you were. And some of my tweets went off, but they were obviously going off in the UK, and none of my tweets were doing any numbers and within our circles. Yeah. Nobody in our circles was tweeting about this.
Yeah.
Nobody at Barstool was Oasis.
I didn't get a single text about it.
Oh, I was getting texts like crazy.
Well, my family doesn't care.
My family, my sister actually texted me congratulations.
Yeah.
As if I did it.
I thought I would get one.
Oh, it was my birthday. Yeah. But also someone shout out Alex from All Time Low DM'd me immediately and was this is going to be the most epic concert cancellation of all time. I was come on,
Alex.
Dude. I said,
see,
don't bring that devil energy around here. I said, you don't say the C word
that's not
until
nice.
They're on stage together.
That is not nice.
It wasn't nice.
No.
It wasn't nice
disavow.
at all. That was mean. It made me laugh, but it was mean.
All-time lows off the Christmas card list.
Well, I said to you, we might get a Christmas card this year. Like not that like they would
Peggy
send
was
it to
liking
us.
Instagram pictures.
But it's like, who knows? It might be Liam and Noel in fucking ugly Oasis sweaters and be like, buy them now.
Yeah, dude. Anaya's taking pictures of the screen at the Liam gig.
She was at Liam's show.
Yeah.
Like,
Uncle
oh my
Liam.
God, yeah. If you don't know, that's Noel's daughter. You got to be real into Oasis to know Noel's daughter's name.
Do you?
I think so.
She's like big on Instagram now. No.
True. I think she films all his stuff now.
Yeah, she's been in a couple.
She films like
things.
his
but
documentaries.
She was at
and-
Uncle Liam's gig. You know.
Crazy. Also, not too long ago, like a year ago, was it? Maybe not even. She was spotted with Liam's kids. Remember, I brought that up. I was like, "Ooh, maybe like she was spotted with Liam's kids."
Just
Everything
just
that
cousins
has
hanging
like
out.
everything that has dominoed over the past however many years needs to be made into a documentary. Maybe even before the reunion.
I'm gonna say this. I think she might be a catalyst that got them back together.
She could be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she might be one of
The
those.
kids
puzzle
could have done it.
pieces.
The kids could have parent trapped them.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like they just stuck them in a room at Christmas together. And
Or
it's like,
when
figure it
fucking
out.
Man City won the league, they just won Champions League. What if they put them in a box together
Yeah.
and they were like sorted out?
I texted you kind of as a joke, but kind of not. We're gonna hear some report or rumor or real story that some catalyst, some reason for their not getting along was writers' credits on some stupid like Shock of the Lightning or something that they
Yeah.
just decided to be petty over. Like they broke up 15 years ago.
Yeah, if they truly announce the reunion, it'll be the day before the
Yeah.
15-year anniversary, which almost makes me be like, why wouldn't you wait till the actual day?
True.
But I don't want to wait any longer, so I'm not even going to bring that up. What kind of statement do you think we get tomorrow? Do you think it's like a press conference? Do you think it's a poster? Do you think it's tour dates?
I think it's a video, like a tour video.
Like a video? Like, will we see?
It'll be
Noel
like
and
it's
Liam
good to
together?
be back. It's good. Hello will be playing.
Yeah.
And it'll be, the sun rising over Manchester Stadium, and it'll be, maybe.
But do we see them together?
Yes, have to.
Ooh,
Now I don't
it'd be
think
so
they.
crazy.
I don't
It'd
think
be
they
so
share,
crazy to see them together.
I don't think they share a tour bus. I don't think they're.
No.
I don't think they're taking Glasgow to Belfast on the bus together.
And that's why
But-
the 20 nights, 10 at Wembley, 10 at Manchester makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like they can literally sleep in their own beds every night.
Yeah.
And like they don't even have to see each other until they're on stage.
I would be well. I was saying I think the rehearsal footage might be better than the show itself.
If like I don't want to say if they even rehearse. Obviously they'll
Of course they're
rehearse.
gonna rehearse. They're professionals.
But like they're not going to rehearse a lot, I don't think. I think they're also professionals to the level where they're like, yeah, we know how to play these fucking songs.
Yeah, but also it's like you have to remember people, they have all the money in the world. They don't have, even with the divorce, they don't have to do this, you
Well,
know?
that's the thing is the songwriters
There's-
credits go back to Noel next year too, and he kept saying, as soon as I get him back, I'm gonna sell him. He's like,
And-
I'm gonna make hundreds of millions.
Yeah, like,
Does he keep him now? Because he might
the band might
see
be
to make
bigger.
more.
Yeah.
Just keeping like owning them. The streams are gonna go up like crazy. Like
Well, my point is like they still like love making music and being in this band, and when
think so, yeah.
when they talk about the old days now, they're like, yeah, man, those are fucking bangers that we did. They still want to sound great on stage. They're gonna make it when they do this. It's gonna be as well done as possible. You
they're
know,
gonna sound so good.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
gonna be half-assed. Now the video,
Also, sound systems have gotten so much better in the last 15 years. Like they will legitimately, the concert will sound better than they ever had.
The
probably.
video you posted of the Manchester crowd is at 05 when it's like the wave of people pushing forward.
It's scary.
One, that's a great way to die, and I'd be
Yes.
fine if I died at that exact
Oh.
moment. I'd be pissed, I didn't get to hear
Bury
the
me in my
concert, but-
Oasis t-shirt.
right.
Yeah.
We have to do the general admission, right?
Oh yeah, I said that to my fiance already.
Have to.
I was like,
It'll be
I have to
dangerous.
be in the middle where you're in the middle where people are standing there all day and they fill up their cups with piss, and as soon as cigarettes and alcohol starts, the piss starts flying. It's like it is what it is. We're at an Oasis show.
why
Got to
you
be
go.
at the first one. I know it's gonna be hard to get tickets to. We talked about.
I
this.
don't
It's gonna
know
be
if
hard.
we have to do first one.
You have to do first one. Because if you don't do first,
That was not
and they break up by the second. I
Stop.
don't want to put
Stop.
the devil energy
No.
out there. But I'm just saying. And also, I said this out there.
Disavow.
You might disavow this as well. I said if I go to an Oasis show, their first show back, They get through Rock and Roll Star, they get through Hello, maybe they play another song, and then someone throws a tambourine at the other, they walk off stage, and that's the end of Oasis. I am okay with that.
Right.
I got to see
That's
the
fine.
experience. That is the Liam and Noel experience.
Yeah.
If they fight and walk off stage, is it disappointing? A little bit, but it's like, that is Oasis. That's what you bought your ticket to see. So I just need to be there at the first show to know it happened. I was there. Nothing will ever get in the way of me seeing Oasis ever again.
I'm not worried about them breaking up during this run.
Really?
I think they're in a good spot. I think they understand that they have to do these shows now.
But like you said, they don't have to do these shows. They have the money.
When they're booked and it's millions of dollars worth of planning and all
never
of that
stopped
stuff,
them in the past.
I understand. I don't think they're going to break up during this run.
I hope not.
I think they're going to add shows.
I mean, Rage Against the Machine, they broke up during their comeback run.
I think I think shows will be added. I think it's going to go so
Wow.
well.
They're saying 2 years. Some people are saying the tour is going to last 2 years.
Almost like a Taylor Swift, they only play like Friday, Saturdays type of thing.
Maybe,
you
yeah.
go to a city.
That makes sense.
You go to a city,
especially with Liam's voice. That's like,
Yeah.
Liam's voice sounds great, but also you put a world tour like this on
I don't want them to be doing, the Cleveland Auditorium on a Wednesday.
Yeah, no,
like I don't
they
want
need to
that.
do that, yeah.
It's an
do the big venues.
It's an event.
Iconic venues.
Yeah, it's a they
Oasis
play
at MSG is going to be a fucking event.
I want to say they do MetLife, man.
Like, even if they did MetLife, I feel like you do MSG as a rock band, like making your
Believe
comeback.
me,
You have to do MSG.
I well prefer MSG.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Arenas are the best shows.
Yes,
Like,
arenas.
people say small venues, clubs. There are occasions where small venues can be the best shows.
Sure.
If you're just taking, like, show me any show in any venue, give me a rock show in an arena at MSG.
Yeah, and so I think the New York City crowd. I mean, we have a lot. Have you ever been to a bar in New York City, Bob? It's all Irish people. They all
Not many, but
love
I've been to a few.
Oasis.
I mean, I've seen Liam and Noel in New York.
True.
We went to the
Yeah.
Liam and John Squire show. That was filled with
And
British
you
people.
went to Noel at Jones Beach?
Noel at Jones Beach and Central Park. The Central Park one, I was stunned. I thought
True.
it was a co-headliner, Garbage, Noel. I thought we'll show up halfway through Garbage's set, get a good spot for Noel and stand there. We showed up halfway through Garbage's set, and the entire venue was packed wall to wall, where it was like we had to be in the back. You could barely see him.
Yeah. It's also like a lot of people. So you got into them after they.
I
broke
really
up.
got into them
There's
in 2016.
There's a lot. That's crazy.
Like, I liked a couple of Oasis
Yeah.
songs. Oddly, like, Do You Know What I Mean was the
I would
song
say,
that got me into the band.
So the song that got me into them, I remember this so vividly, and my memory is slipping away, but thank God I haven't forgotten this yet. It was back in high school. I didn't have Napster or LimeWire. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of this program that I used to download music illegally. And the first song was like Champagne Supernova, and then I found the live version of Aqueous from Familiar to Millions, and I was like, this is blowing my mind right now.
That's rock and
then
roll.
I bought that CD, and I listened to it in my CD player, and I was like, this is special. And then I just got so into it. I was like, why don't people know this band? And it still pissed. Like, they have so many bangers. Like,
I know it pisses me off that like
deepest-
everyone here is like, oh, Wonderwall.
Can I make a take? The deepest rock band catalog is theirs. Of just,
I don't know.
and
I love them, but there's some deep catalogs.
dude, you can go 50 deep. And,
You can.
and go, wait, that's still a fucking home run.
Their B-sides are better than 99% of other bands' best music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was I was saying, do you want to be a spaceman on a good day is a top 10 song for me.
I don't agree with that
I
one.
can skip down the sidewalk in New York.
But, like, do you
wanna
know what
be
I
a
mean?
spaceman and live in the sky. Like, it's fucking
It's like a
banger,
campfire song.
dude.
It's like a good campfire song. I got into them as much because of the music video of Do You Know What I Mean as the song. It's just the coolest video of all
Interesting.
time with their fucking orange amps, their trench coats like this. I'm wearing my Liam Gallagher pretty green special occasion jacket. It is hot in New York
I would
City
say
as
you
well.
must be sweating profusely.
I'm a little hot, but, you know, I'm
Can
parka
you
monkey, you know?
Can you clear up a rumor? Did you or did you not buy your dog a parka last night?
Didn't buy it. put it on the wish list. I will be buying it. Immediately as they got back together, I was like, oh, I gotta get my dog a parka. Like, like I said it as if it was like, oh, fuck, I gotta stop at the store on the way home, get water. Like,
how else have you gotten ahead of yourself? Have you mentally booked the flights and you've done your dream set list? Like, where are you at?
I almost did the Jersey Jerry, like, no dishes, nothing, in the opposite way last night. In like, don't ask me to do anything next summer. No dishes, nothing. I will be in Europe following Oasis around Europe. And I watched Supersonic last night, which is 2016 when that came out. That's what got me into the band. Like, I liked a couple of their songs, knew a couple of their songs. I watched that. I didn't know anything about their personality.
That's how Hank got into them too,
yes.
right?
And I think that's how a big wave of the current, like, young fandom got into them. It's such a well-made documentary that points out the rivalry, but also leaves Mystique, because it ends at Nebworth, and it ends on a note of all of them being like, I wish we ended there, and Peggy being like, if only I knew what it would turn into. And you're like, what the fuck did it turn into? And then you have to go down the rabbit hole yourself. But I'll be watching the Nebworth doc tonight probably. I'm so ahead of myself. I said to you, like, oh my God, I'm gonna spend so much money on merch. Like, I'm already worried about how much money I'm gonna spend on merch.
This is what, at 30, I'll be 36. I was like, I think my life has led to this. Like, this is what the money's for.
My fiance said to me last night, she said, I think this is the thing you've wanted most in life since I met you.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are correct about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can even compare. Like, literally every, like, New Year's Eve, I say to myself, maybe this will be the year Oasis gets back together.
I'm jealous of you in a sick way that I've already seen them and you haven't.
Like, yeah, like,
if people
at
were
this
like,
point,
if
like,
I wish I could watch Breaking Bad again for the first time
Yeah.
type of thing. It's like, I'm jealous of you that you're about to peak.
yeah.
And I mean, I saw them when I was 17.
Like, already
you
in my
know,
mind, seeing them for the first time will be the best concert I've ever been to.
it will be, without a doubt.
Like, there's no way it's
Play
not.
Mucky Fingers for an hour
Play
and a half.
Mucky Fingers for 2 hours, and it'll be the greatest concert I've ever been to. Like, honestly, one of my favorite concerts is the Liam John Squire show we went to, and it was for an album that he made with John that was a month old. He did one Rolling Stones cover. It was a 45-minute concert, but just seeing
the
him,
presence,
just him doing the fucking behind the back, like, in person, him shaking a tambourine off tempo, and it made no sense for the moments where he shakes it. Just like him looking at the sound guy and fucking telling him to jack
He
it up,
was
and then
yelling at that guy all
and get it
night.
down. All of those little moments, I was just like, oh my God, that's Liam fucking Gallagher.
When I saw them in London, I was an American studying abroad college, University of Maryland, and the whole reason I did it was because I lied to my mom. I was like, I've always wanted to study abroad. That was such a lie. I just wanted to see Oasis in London, so I planned studying abroad around that. And I got really drunk. I went by myself, got really drunk, made friends with people in line, because I had the most American thing, college American thing ever, brought a water bottle of vodka.
Classic.
And that's how I made friends in line.
People did that in my high school.
Yeah, it was like
bad.
It's like a high school prom, college, when you're underage thing to do. And I did it to the concert, and they loved it. The Yanks, the Brits. I was like,
Not the Yanks.
No, they were pointing
The
at me
Brits
like,
love
look
the
at this
Yank.
Yank. They loved it. And once you talk, they're like, oh, we got an American here. Like, come on, lad.
You're like,
and
you talk like from the movies.
I mean, honestly, they were eating it up. And we were just passing around the water bottle of vodka. Get inside. I mean, I'm so drunk. I don't remember how it happened. I ended up in like the third row. Like, it's
You tweeted a picture from the show yesterday. You were very close.
I was right in front, third row.
By Andy Bell.
Yeah, and I lost both of my shoes. This is one of my favorite stories because this was at the arena, not stadium, and that's why I brought up that video you posted before. It was so rough down on the floor. Not people angry, not moshing. It's just people going.
It's like a wave of bodies.
Bananas, and everybody swaying and just having a grand old time. Both of my shoes came off in the.
Insane to leave an Oasis show in socks.
I left the Oasis show in socks.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Rode the train back in socks.
Yeah, it's.
But
also like kind of a great story, and maybe like foreshadowing for you breaking your foot at a Blink show. Like, you got to watch your feet at these shows.
Yeah, so when
you got to walk in 2 walking boots like a fucking transformer into these shows.
And then I later on in my life moved to Manchester for 5 months in 2012 12 or 13, the kid that I lived with, he's from from Leeds, lives in Manchester. He DM'd me and he was like, "You guys coming?" I was like, "Yeah, clear off the couch."
Yep.
And he's like, "You're welcome to come." So we're gonna stay with Rich.
We're going.
We're
absolutely
going.
going.
Yeah, we're staying at Rich's flat.
Like,
I think he has a house now, but
I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to London in October just for like a couple days before this wedding we're going to in Italy. We're stopping in London. Fiance's never seen London. I love London. I already said we got to stay close to where they took the What's the Story Morning Glory picture so we could go take that picture again.
easy to get around.
Easy. Very easy, you know. But like, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to go to London and see maybe more Oasis mania. Like I think we'll get a little Oasis mania, and maybe not as much as they're going to get it over there, obviously. But when Kiss came back in the 90s, it was like Kissteria, they called it. It's like hysteria, but with Kiss in front of it.
Do you think new music, a new single, maybe not a full album, a new song?
I do think new music and maybe a full album going into this summer. But maybe not. Blink did one song and then came back. They did Edging and came back. But it came with an album later.
I could see a song. I don't think album.
Noel was going to record. This was part of the rumors when people were starting to add things up. He was saying he was going to record a hard rock album. He was like, I'm getting back to the hard rock roots.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden on that Matt Morgan podcast he does sometimes, was like, oh, yeah, I'm shutting my studio down for the foreseeable future. And everyone was like, what about the rock album? He's like, yeah, I'm not making it anymore. People were like, well, that's fucking weird that he would just do that.
To put the focus on Oasis.
Obviously, it is to put the focus on this, but is it to put the focus on touring, or is he like, yeah, I'm not making solo shit. I'm turning this into an Oasis album?
I mean, yeah, they could write another smash. You don't want
it to suck.
I don't want it to suck.
They don't need to. They really, like, they don't need to put out any new music.
And then they play it.
Yeah. Someone tweeted me a set list. They were like, I was at this Oasis show, and they tweeted me the set list, and I didn't want to say it, but I was like, the set list isn't great.
No,
like
the final tour set list was not good.
There were some weird ones even before the final tour.
Waiting for the Rapture and stuff. Like,
yeah,
you missed me with that.
Yeah, like, oh, you had to miss out on Some Might Say for Guess God Thinks I'm Able.
Which
is a good song,
now,
but it's just like,
do we think they go? I don't think they do, mostly because of age, voice, etc. A 3-hour Bruce Springsteen, Taylor Swift type thing.
No.
I don't think so either. But I think they'll.
I think an hour similar 45. To the shows they used to play.
They were doing a tight 90. I think we can get an hour 45.
I think it'll be pretty similar to the shows. Liam's voice is, you got to be so careful with it at this point. Yeah, you got to treat it like it's fucking a Fabergé egg.
You just learned
be very
what
careful.
That is.
No, I just thought of what was that movie, Game Night?
Right.
Great Jason Bateman movie, really funny.
Yeah, they have to do what's besides Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova. I think weirdly, I think the lure of the lure of Slide Away has gotten big since the last tour. I feel like
they obviously have to do Live Forever. They have to do
besides
Don't
the
Believe,
staples.
Don't Look Back in Anger.
What like?
Yeah, Slide Away.
I think Slide Away.
Some might say.
They open with Hello or Rock and Roll Star.
We were saying, yeah, what are they going to open with?
I think Rock and Roll Star.
I think Rock and Roll Star as well. I think that's their best opener. Hello has the moment of It's Good to Be Back. I would go Hello right after that.
I would say, can you play Hello and not the opener?
Yeah, I would go Rock and Roll Star, Hello, Acquiesce, however you say it.
Yeah, you can't.
Because I tweeted, my one tweet that's doing numbies is when Noel does the chorus of Acquiesce for the first time,
they're not going to give it to us.
They have to.
They're not.
The brothers singing together. It's too gay. No, they're going to give it to us.
They won't give it to us.
Because we need each other. We believe in one another. They need to do it.
They did it before at, what was it, like MTV Movie Awards? Or I don't know what. It was some weird award show. And they said
when they did the hug?
Yeah, they said they fucking hated it.
No, but they did it so much in the 90s.
Yeah,
that used to be their second song. Right?
I don't think they're gonna give us that.
I think they're gonna give it to us. I think
they're not gonna give us.
This is the time they're gonna give us everything. This is gonna be the greatest hits tour.
They're not gonna give us the "We Need Each Other" hug.
Dude, it's the 30th anniversary of that song too. That was on What's the Story? Not on, but it's the B-side for What's the Story.
It's my number 2 favorite song of theirs.
They have to give that to us. That's when they have to.
They have to walk out to fucking in the bushes, right?
I was wondering that too. Because I think there's a chance because it's the 30th. I think they're gonna do Swamp Song.
I was like, you can. Oh fuck.
Which I would be okay with as well.
So you can walk out to Hello, and then go into.
No, you can't walk out to that.
I don't know. You kind of can.
No. You can't walk out to one of your own like that unless it's like an instrumental like Fucking in the Bushes.
It's good to be back. It's good to be
Punk
back.
walks out to Fucking in the Bushes.
Yeah.
I've just made that our walkout song.
Nigel McGuinness? walked
Nigel
out?
McGuinness, that is, yeah. Congrats to Nigel McGuinness. Made his in-ring return at All In. If there's any crossover for Oasis and wrestling fans.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, we're all nerds.
Also, we saw today a report from NME that the lineup will be Liam, Noel, and the High Flying Birds, which
I don't
they
believe
made
it.
it sound like they were like no original Oasis members, just the High Flying Birds. That includes 2 not original Oasis members, but 2 Oasis members.
Yeah.
Jem and Chris, the guitar player and the drummer, are
He'll-
both like they were in the
He'll
final
definitely
lineup.
be drumming.
I think definitely.
I wouldn't even know who else would bring back Ringo Starr.
I would like them to bring back Alan White. Like, as the Oasis fan in me would like to see them with Alan White. And Alan White started posting like videos of him
Does he
drumming.
know how
like,
to
songs.
drum?
Yeah, he can still
Okay,
play the song.
okay.
He has an Instagram now where he posts like him playing Oasis songs, and it feels almost like he's
Aw.
re-auditioning for his own part.
Does he have a cameo?
Like it's almost to that level.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not bringing back Tony McCarroll, who couldn't stay consistent from one bar to the next. Let alone one day to the next, in Noel's own words. Andy Bell on bass, I don't think will come back.
That makes me sad.
I would like him to come back. I also think he's probably okay with not coming back at this point. I think he would like it, but he's got ride. He's a guitar player and a singer in the first place. Like, he played bass just to fill in, and because he was like, I'd like to be an Oasis.
You don't say no to that.
And then Bonehead is the obviously like elephant in the room.
Say they love him too much. That's like their little
Does
brother.
Noel love him?
I think so.
Because I know he didn't talk to Noel for a long time, and he kind of shit on Noel's shows when he was doing shit with Liam.
But I thought they were cool.
I know he said Noel reached out when he got cancer. I think he said that.
I thought they were like. I thought they were just taking the piss, and they were like perfectly like, oh yeah, that's our guy.
I would hope. But Noel holds fucking weird grudges. Noel hates Dave Grohl. Literally wouldn't talk to Dave Grohl at Glastonbury this year because Dave Grohl said Oasis should get back together.
Yeah.
Like, he said Dave Grohl like tried to come up to him, and he was like not having it. It's like he is as petty as he seems.
So that's the other weird thing that it just jotted my memory. Being an older Oasis fan, Liam was always the prick, and now it has 180'd. That
Yeah.
no, Liam's the fun one.
And it's funny because, like, I don't know how much of that's true or what Liam has made us believe on Twitter. And I'm a Liam guy.
Yeah, I know.
But, like,
Liam's so good at Twitter.
he's so good at Twitter and he's so good at, I don't want to say manipulating Oasis fans, but for years now he's been like, I want the reunion, and he's being genuine. But then at 3 a.m. UK time, he'll tweet, "No, why are you such a massive cunt?" And you're like, dude, if you want the reunion, you got to work with us here.
But it's also just him fucking around because he knows it's funny, and he knows people will take everything he says.
It is,
At
but
face value?
it probably prevented the reunion from happening years prior.
If they were going, the reunion is happening when it's supposed to happen.
So you're saying it was Noel's wife's fault?
I
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, kind of. I reunions for bands,
it's like an addict wanting to get sober. It's like they have to decide for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, enough things have to just fit into place, and hopefully through interviews and press, we begin to pick up the pieces of like what, who said what to who and how it all happened.
Do you think they'll do interviews together? I was thinking that because they honestly don't need to.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Radio station interviews? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. They're not going to be on fucking Hot Ones together.
Yeah.
Like, Noel's done Hot Ones, but I could see Liam doing it alone. But are they going to put him in a room together and like who's going to interview Zane Lowe? Zane Lowe could interview him.
It's just like a different environment with media and the way everything works now, where you don't have to go into Z100, and do
They
Elvis
don't have
Duran.
to do a lick of promotion.
Yeah.
You put the fucking logo up and
just,
it's going to sell out.
It's just different now. It's more of a matter of will they want to sit down for a documentary or whatever is.
That's what I could see
which
more
I
likely.
I assume there will be a feature film made.
There has to be.
This.
I mean, they're in the movie making business at this point with the
Yeah.
amount of documentaries they've made. And they put not Supersonic, but Supersonic was briefly in theaters and they just re-released it for a day. But the Nebworth documentary, they put that in theaters for a day. I
Yeah.
feel like you get the people who made that one because it was very well made and just get them to make this. Have you ever seen the Stone Roses reunion doc?
No.
I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's really good. And I wasn't really like,
Yeah.
I'm as big a fan as any Oasis fan is of them. Like, I like that one album they have, the one album. But the documentary is really cool because they're like old and getting back together and
They're
rehearsing and getting mad at each other
super
still.
old, yeah.
And all the fans, like I posted one of the clips. There's a fan that like brought his baby in line, standing in line for like 7 hours with an infant baby. Was like, yeah, she's the fan, not me. The lines are going to be crazy for everything, for tickets.
We have to
for
figure out how to
the
get
venue.
tickets.
Tickets are going to be.
It's going to be.
They're going to be tricky. But I have confidence. I'm not in the slightest bit worried, but it's not gonna be easy.
I'm gonna pay a lot of money.
Yeah, we're gonna pay disgusting money.
Flights,
disgusting money.
Hotels.
I've also
tickets.
Maybe an insider thing. I've heard June is when this is all happening. Now I don't know when Glastonbury usually is. Maybe it is usually in June. I've heard the Wembley dates are in June.
Which one would you rather go to?
Whatever's first.
I don't know if night one first show back is.
And
like,
first show back is going to be kinks and all. First show of every tour has technical difficulties, famously. Like for not just Oasis, that's like across all music. I saw All Time Low, remember, on like 2013 tour, first night of the tour. They had like a couple backing tracks.
Yeah, I was just trying to think if being at the first show is more meaningful to me, and I just keep.
I'm surprised it's not to you.
I just keep
the first time they're back on stage.
Yeah, no, I just want to see them.
I said to you this morning, they should make that a pay-per-view. It'd be crazy not to have that live stream to the world.
I saw a tweet that was getting a lot of traction. It's like, don't even let people have their phones. Just do old school style.
That'd be awesome.
Just like
put the phones in the bag.
Yep. Just if you want to be there, you're there.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'd be down for that.
I would too, but it would be tough, man.
No phones and live stream it. So everyone knows. Don't worry about the video. You'll see a video later. Yeah.
I know people hate on people who take out phones. Everybody does it, so like whatever. I like doing like 15 seconds of when the crowd is all singing the song.
I'm very in the middle of the argument of the people that are like, don't take your phones out of concerts. Hardos, absolute hardos. The people that have their phones up the entire concert also hate that. But selfishly, I watch the videos later on YouTube, so I'm like, I hate on them, but also I love their work. Like I'm like, I love your work.
Oh, the people who do it.
Yeah, I watch their stuff
when it's
on
like
YouTube.
linked to full show. I'm like, thank you.
I love it. Yes,
yeah.
But I feel like every show you should be able to get a fucking. Say over the course of a 3-hour night, you should be able to get 2 minutes worth of footage on your phone. And people say you'll never go back and watch that footage.
I do.
I always go back and watch old concerts, and I'm like, that was awesome.
I do.
So yeah, very like, be in the middle of the two. Don't be a hardo in either direction.
I have a feeling I might lose my phone.
That is the thing. Yeah, you gotta maybe a fanny pack or something with a lock on it.
How many? Let's say
we got to be in general admission. We were saying it have to be general admission to just experience that.
Let's say they do 10 shows at Wembley.
Yep.
How many does Bob Fox need to be at?
I think making a whole trip and doing it all, I think 3 shows minimum.
If you're making the trip, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 2. I could see doing 2. But
the hard part would
3.
be if it's like weekend 1, weekend 2, weekend 3, weekend 4. You just have to end up living in
I don't think I could do a month in England. I got a dog, and all that. But I also...
Should we start looking for just like long-term Airbnbs?
Part of me wants to like do 3 shows and like be in 3 different areas. Like be in like GA, be in the pit for one, be in like a nosebleed for one, be in like a seat for another.
Dude, I want to do like Wembley weekend 1, Glasgow weekend 2, like see 3 different cities.
That's another... I'm going through that in my mind. I would ideally like to do that.
I don't even
Glastonbury
know.
might be the first one. If Glastonbury's the first one, I'll
impossible.
do that. I'll do Glastonbury if it's the first one. The only issue with that, it's 140,000 people in Glastonbury. It's going to be hard to get a good spot.
It's a lot of people, man.
It's a lot of people. And I'm not a big crowd guy.
No, me neither.
Yeah, in my old age, I'm becoming
I don't even like a crowded
claustrophobic.
subway car.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, me neither.
140,000.
I was on the concourse at Foo Fighters, and I was like, I'm feeling claustrophobic. I was like, I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but now I am.
I'll obviously not
it is what it is. It's Oasis, I said I would only go back to Abu Dhabi if Oasis reunited there, and I don't have to, so I'm happy about this.
Do you think U.S.
Based on what I've heard, yeah.
You do.
I also
do
think
as well.
Liam tweeted And you take every Liam tweet with a grain of salt.
It said,
but
when are you coming to
Chicago? And he said next year.
Yeah.
And it's like, take them all with a grain of salt, but it also appears like he's been tweeting correct information for a while. And just like everyone was like, that's Liam fucking with us. And it's like, I'm pretty sure he was just spoiling the reunion.
That's very funny that he's been just blatantly
He's
open
been like,
about
2025, see you there, Rastas. And it's like, even someone was like, Heaton Park is a shit venue. And he's like, see you at the front row, you fanny.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think he was just spoiling the reunion.
That's very funny.
But he just fucks around so much that we thought he must have been kidding.
God damn, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. All right. That's just a blabber of excitement. That's 40 minutes worth of excitement for you.
Where do you see the time?
It's over on the time code over there.
Oh.
But we might do this again later this week, depending on how much we get, as long as you're down with it.
Yeah.
Depending on how much we get tonight, I guess, at 3 a.m. East Coast time, 8 a.m. UK time.
The other thing, I've seen some comparisons, or maybe I'm just making them myself. Fucking Taylor Swift fans have no idea how good they have it. We're here suffering through 15 years of our favorite band not being a band.
And hating each other.
I don't even know why I'm comparing it. It's just funny, like, because
they're waiting on Reputation TV.
They're waiting on a CD that's already been released.
Yeah.
And
just new versions of it and a couple B-sides.
People are digging through 10-year-old songs for clues about this tour. We're not too different, you and I.
Yeah, no.
It's funny how, I mean, fandom's fandom, man. Like, and Oasis, we get it. I don't know, like, people out there, like coworkers, I don't
they
think
don't get it.
They quite realize the scope and size of what Oasis is.
They definitely don't.
Before social media, they ruled the tabloids. Every move they made, every step they took was documented. Massive rock and roll worldwide band. I mean, if they go to Asia, that's 100,000 people.
Oh my God,
you know?
Argentina.
God, are we going to Argentina?
I think I draw the line at South America. No disrespect to our South American listeners, I just don't think my stomach would behave well down there.
Those crowds, though,
they're the best.
I would love.
I also think I would die in one of those crowds. If I'm being quite honest, I don't think I would survive.
Those crowds,
I think that would do me in. Which, like you said, would be a good death.
Are so insane. Yeah. Plus, I've never been to South America.
Me neither, but I think my stomach would reject South American food.
I don't know.
I got to be. It almost rejects London food.
I mean, what?
So I'm pushing it.
1 grain of salt.
Yeah. It's bad.
Your stomach's like, no.
I got to be very careful. It's like I need to hit a McDonald's when I travel foreign.
That's crazy.
All right, that was the Oasis spot. Oasis is back. We're happy about it. Post-credit scene, like a Marvel movie. Post-credit scene. Pup Punk is going to be in D.C. on Friday.
Yeah.
The Pie Taster's opening up for us, and we're going to be in Philly on Saturday. I already texted the group chat. I said we're working Wonderwall back into the set. So buy tickets now, puppunkrocks.com. I'll put the link here.